Welcome back to Four Faces. Here we are again on Black History Month. I didn't want to leave February without at least saying something about Black History Month. So today I'm going to cover someone. I'm not going to tell you who they are. Let's see if you can figure it out. Let me give you a little tidbits. First of all, she's the first black woman that was officially enlisted into the military. That's number one. Number two, she dressed up as a man. Think about it. As a man for 2 years before she actually got figured out. So think about that a little bit. Don't worry about it. We're going to give you the answers in a second. But before we get into that, I just wanted, the reason why I did that, this month, is because of the fact is that a lot of times when we think about Black History Month, we only think about movie stars, we think about athletes. Sometimes we dib and dab into inventors, but I really wanted to show the broad range of what African Americans done for this country. And I just want to give that some recognition. Just give you a little background on African Americans in the military. I just want you to be aware of, if you don't know already, that African Americans, black African Americans served in every single war. Imagine that. Way back since Civil War, it's crazy. We served in every single war, right? So it's amazing that the amount that we have contributed to this country, and yet the lack of respect for that. It's just really amazing to, when I say amazing, not like, oh wow, really amazing. I say that like being sarcastic, right? So with that being said, if you think you know who the person is from the information I gave you, leave a comment below. Tell me if you was right. So with that being said, Four Faces, check out the video, leave the comment below. Thank you.
Despite the prohibition against women serving in the military, Cathey Williams enlisted in the United States Regular Army under the false name of William Cathay on the 15th of November, 1866, at St. Louis, Missouri, for a 3-year engagement. Passing herself off as a man, she was assigned to the 38th United States Infantry Regiment after she passed a cursory medical examination. Only 2 others are known to have been privy to the deception, her cousin and a friend, both of whom were fellow soldiers in her regiment. Shortly after her enlistment, Williams contracted smallpox, was hospitalized and rejoined her unit, which by then was posted in New Mexico. Possibly due to the effects of smallpox, the New Mexico heat, or the cumulative effects of years of marching, her body began to show signs of strain. She was frequently hospitalized. The post surgeon finally discovered she was a woman, and informed the post commander. She was discharged from the Army by her commanding officer, Captain Charles E. Clark, on the 14th of October, 1868. In September 1893, a doctor employed by the U.S. Pension Bureau examined Cathey Williams. Despite the fact that she suffered from neuralgia and diabetes, she had all her toes amputated, and could only walk with a crutch. The doctor decided she did not qualify for disability payments. Her application was rejected. The exact date of Williams' death is unknown, but it is assumed she died shortly after being denied a pension, probably sometime in 1893. Her simple grave marker would have been made of wood and deteriorated long ago. Thus, her final resting place is now unknown.
So, was you able to figure out who it was? By the way, the way I pronounce it, was probably wrong. I was saying Cathey Williams, and I think he was pronouncing it maybe wrong too. I'm not certain. I'm not sure. If it's incorrect, please leave a comment below. I really would appreciate that. But before I go, I'd like to mention something. By the way, the documentation that you're seeing was all original documents, right? All that was original. The discharge papers was original. Her being admitted into the service, all that was original stuff. Here's the thing though, that kind of like, it's amazing in a sense that it's amazingly sad, if that's any correct way of saying it. It took over 100 years, for them to recognize her. Remember, at the end of the video, I showed you a statue of her, a little monument of her. And that was made in 2016 or 2018. But the point is, look how long it took for her to get recognition. You know, it's a sad thing. And back then, you know, women had to dress like men if they wanted to serve. And, you know, it's just kind of amazing. And here it is, black women joining the service to fight when she's of color. And not only that she's of color, but she pretends that she's a man so she can go fight for the United States of America. So, with that being said, it makes you think, like, why did African Americans, why did blacks have to struggle so hard, knowing, like I said in the beginning of this video, that they fought through every single war for America. Every single war. Civil War, World War I, World War II. You know all the wars. It's Korea, I mean, I go on Vietnam, you name it. And to have to still go through so much struggle, so much strife, so much disrespect. It's really sad. I have also have video showing that there was a time where Europeans would put a golf ball in a black person's mouth and hit the golf ball with the ball. It shows a characteristics of America. You say, what do you mean by that? Why do you say that? Because it shows how America was, right? It shows the disconcerting, the uncaring for human life. And it took years and decades and centuries for anything significant to happen to change that thought. But then again, y'all remember, we still living in a time where we have so much racial strife, right? Because think about it, when we had our first African American president, that took what, a century, more than a century, 2 centuries for that to happen. So it makes you wonder about what is democracy? What truly is democracy? Is it a country, or is it really the people in that country? Something to think about. This is Four Faces. We do this every week. We talk about science, we talk about history. We Four Faces, so we talk about this different things, all type of topics every single week. Leave your comments below. I appreciate your time. Thank you.